Alright everyone, welcome to the start of Chapter 11 of Vampire the Masquerade, a role-playing tabletop game. For those of you who strictly listen to the audio on my YouTube channel, yeah, Chapter 10 got truncated. I gave you a little summary there right at the end, a synopsis of what transpired. So you can go listen to that. I ain't giving you shit. For everyone else, hi. Sean's not with us right now. He might be running late, or he might just not show at all. But thankfully, Vampire the Masquerade's an independent enough game. It's for big kids, and vampires have their own things to do over the course of their unlives, so it's not a huge loss. Alright, Friday, March 13th, 1998. The worst day ever for millions of United States citizens and others internationally. A National Geographic article suggested 800 million US dollars is lost in business every Friday the 13th. Some people can't even get out of bed, so terrified they are of the day. And vampires, for all their separation from the mortal coil, are just as prone to superstition. Not that it's been a great 2 weeks and 5 days since the last session, because it hasn't. In the world of the kind, the Winter Olympics ended on a judgment controversy, sparking international outrage. The United Nations seems to be on the brink of decisive action in the Middle East, with the Iraqi president absolutely refusing to allow weapons inspectors into Baghdad. Speaking of the Middle East, another earthquake struck there, this time in Iran, measuring 6.9 on the Richter scale. Many people there are interpreting these recent disasters as heavenly signs. U.S. President Cliff Benton has taken a severe hit in popularity, not so much for his sexual indiscretions, but for treating the American public as if they were idiots. Congress is on the verge of impeaching him. And just yesterday there was a massacre at a school in Arkansas, or Arkansas, when 2 students fired upon teachers and peers, killing 5 and wounding 10. Oh, but good news, everyone! After 1,000 years, Britain's House of Lords decided to allow a monarch's firstborn daughter to have the same claim to the throne as any firstborn son. Time to take that vacation you always wanted. You could make it to the moon. NASA has just reported that there's enough water in the polar caps of the moon to support a human colony and rocket fueling station. Now, if only you could survive the explosive decompression along with the rays of the sun. As for New York City itself, the concrete jungle, for all of its variables, has remained constant. The drug trade is thriving. So are the murders. When law enforcement and other government officials are on the take, when the media is directed through the power of money, it doesn't seem like there's much hope for the truth. After all, the Camarilla superbly disguised the massive amount of actions they took against the Sabbat during the Battle of New York. With the right influence, you can hide just about anything. In other news, the city has gotten warmer, and the days have become longer, but it's still March, and it's still the Big Apple. Motherfucker has been cold and dreary, and a massive snowstorm earlier this week put 3 feet of snow on the streets, the most that has ever been recorded here. It honestly came as a surprise. It happened at the end of a warm day, so just as you all were awakening, and 2 storms from the north and south collided over the tri-state area. Combine the heavy precipitation with winds exceeding 75 miles per hour, and what you basically had were, hey, I don't feel like fucking going outside days. Not everyone was so lucky. Dozens died, more were injured, and there's an untold amount of property damage. Thankfully, modern ingenuity managed to rescue the city from its temporary paralysis, but there is still a lot of snow in the city, and it is still fucking cold. On the flip side, due to storming, the events of Elysium earlier in the week were cancelled, including the appearance by Dr. Douglas Netchurch. Apparently, the Malkavian wasn't crazy enough to travel to New York City and be smothered in 36 inches of precipitation. Son of a bitch.
That fucker.
Concerning the Kindred, well, funny about that, everything is deadlocked. Sheriff Kadir al-Asmai apparently reached a critical mass with just how much people could be enthused by him. After all, it's not like the Sabbat will always be a threat, right? Not another war prince. The Camarilla has won. Besides, he's still an asshole. It's not like anyone actually likes him. And he's still performing these actions with a gangrel. Are you kidding me? What self-respecting prospective prince in his right mind would have been doing any of this with a gangrel? And true to form, none of the gangrel, some of whom have actually left the city, have managed to redeem themselves. It seems like even the neonates, even the fledglings, most of whom are separate from their sires, just want to feel unity together by finding something to hate. Because that's never happened.
Am I the only one who is hearing Grimith break out?
You're the only one. He's strictly, he's clear enough on my side.
Yeah, he's
okay,
crystal clear on mine.
God damn
Yeah,
it,
you guys are
Aaron.
breaking up me too. It's mine. It's on my end. I'll try to disconnect and reconnect.
Okay, Aaron.
User disconnected from your channel.
Woo party!
David Green's gone. Now we can do stupid shit.
Spring break!
User was moved to your channel.
Little sound test for you to determine whether someone's breaking up, Aaron.
Alright, it sounds like better.
It sounds like better.
It's better than sounding like butter.
Alright. Harpy Helen Panhard? That's the most stereotypical prince candidate you've ever seen. Because that's what everyone needs. Another fucking Ventrue prince. And she's such a prude. And so conservative and traditional. She'd stifle neonate growth and give it all to the elders. This is fucking New York City, man! Eugenio Genie Estevez? Charismatic guy, affable nature, wit and charm, but he's a warlock. Tremere. You don't trust Tremere. You don't trust anyone. But you definitely don't trust Tremere. And do you know what? Let's not talk about this. Carter Vanderweyden means well, but he's a traditionalist hard-ass himself, and he's a child of Malkav. A Nosferatu prince was bad enough. You can't just go and give that to a crazy man. And Marlena? Good fucking joke. What are you, insane? We don't need little Miss Anarch Princess in charge. But she's not an anarch, just Bruja? Don't be absurd. She's got bad intent. It's been over 2.5 months since Calabros's abdication. Kadir is the favorite, but not by much, and all 5 are still in contention. For now. Before we get any further in today's session, and to buy some time for Sean, a lot of time passed, and I'd like you all to recap for each other and for the viewers what your characters have been up to during this time. Please.
All right, well, I guess I'll start. Byron, he's mainly been looking to grow the business a little bit, and he got in touch with, the real estate business, which, by the way, it has a new name, Astoria Estates, if anyone gives a flying flip. So he got in touch with the coterie, and we decided that maybe we would try to open up like an indie horror / sci-fi cinema, with one that serves like beer and pizza and stuff like that on the side. So that's we've got a venue for that. We'll start building up. The only other thing Byron really did is he tried to hobnob at Elysium and other places during the time with limited success. That's pretty much it.
Well, David has been going to his therapist, going to his tutor, and getting back into the good books of our police contact. Which we are back in the good books of BT Dubs.
That's good news.
David probably would have barely told you that, though.
Yeah, I'd actually totally forgotten about him, in character and out of character. So yeah, I'm glad you handled it.
During the pretty much Marcus has spent the last couple of weeks pretty much making sure that everyone remembers who he is because he spent like what 2 or so weeks just not doing anything, being this down and out, burned out celebrity. Yeah, so he's actually doing shows again, doing a few gigs here and there, trying to keep up his image, make it seem like everything's back to normal with him, even though
But
things
he's like
aren't.
being subtle in it.
Sure, he's being subtle about it. Mm-hmm. Yes. Let's get that joke out of the way. But yeah, he's basically been doing that this entire time, also doing, Toreador stuff, gossiping, learning what he can here and there, but mostly he hasn't been really trying to learn anything. It's just if anything happens to fall into his lap. That's pretty much what he's doing for 2.5 weeks, unless someone has, like, needed him to do shit.
No, everything sounds alright. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and say that all of you little vampires were sensible enough to max out your blood pools the day prior. So as you awaken, you can go ahead and I actually already all have them at maximum -1. And if I did tell you you gained any willpower, go ahead and update your tokens to reflect that.
I did.
I was being, party until I drop mode, so I probably didn't gain any.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. The work that David was doing with the police helped reaffirm his nature.
Okay. Well, sunset's at 6 p.m. now, so Byron wakes up a few minutes after 9, and he's the first to act. David and Marcus, of course, awaken at 10. What's the word, Byron?
Oh goodness. Well, he has nothing actionable, so I guess it'll be business as usual. He'll call up Evelyn and see if there's anything she needs help with, and assuming not, I guess he'll do Byron-y things. Turn on the news, see what happened during the day, and start reading the newspaper, which he's starting to do now. I don't know, incredible.
Right. So, well, Evelyn will certainly tell you that she doesn't have much to do, and as a matter of fact, it's even crazier to think of otherwise. What are you even saying? It's Friday the 13th. Stay indoors.
Byron will just grunt and say, yeah, you stay safe too.
Evelyn might be a little superstitious, although, recent events over the past several months in her life may have caused her to change her outlook. Alright, we'll go ahead and take a look at David next. David awakens.
Alright, well, he's going to go through his normal daily routine, showering, getting dressed nicely, just putting himself in order, and is the event tomorrow canceled on account of the snow?
No. Thousands and thousands of pounds of salt have been sprinkled on the streets, and tons of snow has been shoveled out into the river. The streets are relatively clear. The sidewalks can be a little hazardous, though, and by a little I mean a lot. And there's still quite a amount of snow on the roofs of buildings. But it's not as windy as it used to be, and certainly not the Enchilean Elder Soiree held at Elysium tomorrow is still very much intact. As far as you know, but it's not like you can really attend that, right?
Right, which is why I'm going to swing by tonight.
Okay. And Marcus, you awaken.
Well, Marcus is going to sigh, rub his face, gonna open one of the heavy drinks, look outside, and gawk at the snow a bit, because it's March, and there's soon the snow be tapering off. And he's going to go in the bathroom and splash water onto his face. Because he had a really, really bad night.
It's
Well,
worth
bad day, I
noting
guess.
that that an uneasy feeling has settled over him, as if something terrible is going to happen before this night is through.
Yep. He's gonna actually take a shower and hopefully, maybe, feel a little bit better after this. And then he's going to wander on out and, well, after he gets out of the shower, he'll check his messages to see if Byron, Joseph, or David sent him any emails. Or, yes, sent him any emails.
Doesn't look like anyone's tried to contact you.
Then in that case, Marcus will head out to one of his, a nearby bar and just sort of hang out there for a while. See what the night brings.
Okay. In that case, the next step is David goes to Elysium.
Yeah.
Which Elysium would you like to visit today, sir?
Madison Square Garden.
Alright, that seems reasonable enough. It's quiet out here. About 10:58 right now in the evening. No events from the kind, but you still can point out the telltale signs of the Elysium security force.
All right, I'm going to kind of wander right on in and see if I can find the sheriff anywhere around here.
As it turns out, he actually is in attendance, amusingly enough, within the damn private booth, which you haven't actually been to before yourself. No, no, not David. He's never, he's probably been there before, off camera, before the chapter started, but he's never actually seen the fog revealed right now. So this is a momentous occasion, I'm sure. Not really. Where's my fog tool? There we go.
Yeah, I was going to say, kind of waiting for the fog to be revealed.
Ta-da! He's actually sitting in there alone. David manages to bypass the security guard officials, or one of them, rather, who's standing guard at the door, and it's just him. No refreshments, no beverages, no food items, no other patrons, no other kindred. Just him. Reviewing a manila folder worth of some sort of material. He could be doing Sudoku in there. But he closes it, dressed immaculately in his expensive suit. The head lifts, and he slowly rotates it towards David. Can I help you with something, neonate?
I almost resisted making this joke, but no, don't commit Sudoku! You have so much to unlive for. Anyway. I'd like to join you on your hunts.
Kadir nods, and then he sort of frowns and says, "Certainly that is a great thing for you to express." He sort of tilts his head and squints his eyes. Marcus's friend, David Green?
That's right.
He nods and stands up, straightening out his suit. Yes, certainly Marcus had expressed that himself a few weeks prior. Unfortunately, he sort of frowns, haven't located much of anyone as of late. Almost as if the other Sabat have been frightened away, which, for the best, might just mean they've gone further underground, and certainly I nor any of the others have been able to find any more, and definitely not Polonia.
Yeah, I heard he got away.
It was unfortunate.
I'd like in on the next hunt, if that's at all possible. The gangrel said that you were the one to talk to.
He arches a brow. You spoke with them. Very few would, given the political shifts.
Just a sec.
Just imagining, like, David saying that to the sheriff right now. It's great. David's phone starts ringing. Hold on, Sheriff Kadir. I gotta get this. Just starts talking in front of him.
I mean, that would certainly be an interesting tone.
See people in the Twitch chat are speculating about all sorts of crazy things.
I'd let them go, just talk where their hearts can, as long as they're not doing anything illegal in there, or just trolling each other. You know what? Yeah, troll each other for my amusement.
How's that newspaper, Byron?
All right, sorry.
I was busy trolling the chat. Sorry.
Okay,
the
it's fine.
newspaper is awesome.
Whoa. I'm not a part of chat caps lock. You have overstepped the boundary. No. Alright, welcome back. Aaron, you just set down the phone while talking to the of course you didn't. I just thought it was a funny joke how David's like, hold on, Sheriff, I gotta get this.
Right. So, where were we?
You were communicating with the sheriff. Probably. He just mentioned something about very few would actually communicate with the gangrel after what's transpired over the past few months. He arched a brow in surprise.
User in your channel timed out.
Oh man, Kadir's just getting dissed left and right here.
David's gonna come back, find out that his vampire's been torpored again. Or Aaron, rather. Are you reading the funnies, Byron?
Did Serena
Oh,
Williams
Garfield, always eating.
Did Serena Williams beat the New York Yankees in the World Cup?
I bet if they were both competing, she would have.
I know next to nothing about sports, so I'm trying to get as many sports together as once.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure if Serena Williams was actually on the tennis scene as a professional in the late 90s. I think she was early thousands. I could be wrong though.
I don't pay attention. I just watch. Sometimes I'm just walking down. I walk around the living room and like Sports Center's on. They talk and they just like say names. And I'm like, oh. Pretty much.
This is VtM. So, Marcus having a good time getting his drink on?
I mean, I believe he's having a good time. I mean, he's being a little bit, more cautious than he usually is because he has that bad feeling.
Oh yeah, that feeling hasn't gone away at all.
Is this a familiar feeling?
I don't know, does he feel bad all the time?
I mean, has he had this feeling before?
I don't know, he's your character.
Probably had. I mean, so it's not the same feeling as he's felt in certain places before.
I mean, it's difficult to measure the exact quantity and quality of uneasy feelings. I'm sure he's felt uneasy before. Certainly it's a bad one.
And then there too.
Yeah, so, I like the part where, I like the part where David apparently is a better conversationalist with the sheriff than anyone else.
Aaron says, "My life" in Skype.
User was moved to your channel.
FML.
FML.
So you've just abandoned the sheriff.
Yeah, no, sounds about right.
Good news, everyone.
Alright, so I think that I was telling him how the gangrel told him to go see the sheriff about this.
Right, and Kadir arched an eyebrow and said, I say, rare for someone to have dealings with the gangrel after what happened.
Well, I'm trying every possible avenue to get involved.
You don't need my permission or condonement to get involved with hunting Sabat. It's something you just do.
In all fairness, after the last time my coterie tried that, Polonia escaped.
He quirks his head and says, I didn't know they were hunting Sabat themselves there at Pizarro Self-Storage.
They were there on a tip from the Archon.
Ah. Yes, that one, I remember. It was, apparently the Archon had given Marcus and your friends several days to follow up on something. During that time, it seems, Archbishop Polonia came to make himself present along with others. Who knows exactly how much information or, orders were given during that time. That is why I am quite convinced that Sabat remain elsewhere in the city, but like I said, they've gone too far underground. I don't know where they are. I certainly can't lead you on some sort of ambush against them if I don't know where they are.
That's fair. I'm more looking for us to, at least as much as possible, work together, make sure we don't step on each other's toes, and that I can help you as much as possible.
You could start by trying to find the Sabat.
That works quite fine with me.
Sheriff shrugs. But I have nothing. No leads, no anything. It's all dead ends after the last pack we caught. Just, it's all They've cleared up their trails, and they've dug in deep and trenched themselves probably in some damn building in the Bronx or somewhere else where no one frequents and they can scurry about their business at night. He shrugs again.
You know, I think there's a warehouse in the Bronx. The one where there was that conflict during the battle.
Right, the Muncie Hudson Expediting and Storage. It was quite the fight. I was there.
Yeah, I heard that while I was gone, my coterie tried to investigate the place and got chased off by something. I think there might be something in there.
Yeah, Alyssa Brown says, there might be, although it would certainly be interesting. They would be hiding in the most obvious place, one of the former safe houses of Polonia. It would be rather clever of them. Huh.
Wouldn't it? But yeah, they told me some kind of story about something roaring and throwing around streaks of light.
Sheriff looks a little incredulous and says, I do believe your friends have been known to say a few strange things from time to time.
And some of them have been known to exaggerate, too. Still, bears investigating.
Tell me. Forgive me for being too forward with this. And the sheriff steps forward. How do you handle the Ventrue?
Oh, I mostly try to point him in a direction where he won't hurt anything.
How does he even function? The sheriff looks like he's joking with the exaggerated things, but at the same time, it's Byron.
Yeah, no, I heard that he didn't do too well without, while I was absent.
Sheriff shakes his head. I would have hoped that Marcus's influence would have rubbed off on him positively, and yet he snorts and shakes his head again.
He's not the sort to babysit people.
No, I imagine not. Regardless, if you do find out more information, by all means feel free to act upon it. In that sense, although it's possible that someone might slip through the cracks from time to time, the more who are concerned about the Sabbat and actively hunting them, the better off the city is.
Do you have a number I could use to contact you if I find anything important?
Sheriff nods along with that and gives you a cell phone number.
All right, well, David will write it down with the intent of programming it into his phone later.
Okay. Will that be all, Mr. Green?
Yeah, it should be. Thanks for the talk.
By all means, my door is open for the city. He says this with some measure of, like, he isn't always cool with the door being open all the time.
Like my door is apparently always open to the city.
I guess.
All right, well then David will head on out after that.
Okay. Well, we know what Marcus and Byron are already doing. We talked about that while you're gone. So, Aaron, you just left Madison Square Garden.
Well, I think I'm going to head on up to the Muncie Hudson extraditing and something such and such.
You going by yourself?
Yep. Gonna bring my binoculars, going to head there invisible, and I'm going to stake the place out for the rest of the night.
Okay.
And of course, as usual, I'm also going to be hiding in case anyone can see through my invisibility. Because, yeah, paranoid.
Right. The building looks dilapidated, abandoned. There is some dent marks in the building where apparently there was a crash from a vehicle some time ago. No foot traffic. This is a very deserted area of the northern Bronx. Very few lights. You have a billboard advertising the Dragon Metro Cab Company off in the somewhat distance with the sign of the Ouroboros.
Alright, I'm going to try and find a rooftop or something that has more than one entrance and exit in case I need to get out of there quickly. And watch.
You certainly can, although it is difficult to see with the dim light.
Right, which is, another reason that I'm really looking forward to the first level of Protean. But for now, just, binoculars, watching. Mostly see if anyone comes and goes.
Okay. You plan on remaining there for the entirety of the evening?
For at least the next few hours.
Alright. Byron, Marcus, just gonna continue about your normal schedules?
Yep.
Pretty
Sounds
much.
like a
I
plan.
mean, yeah. Byron will just do what he's been doing. I guess he'll head up. He'll go to the Madison Square Park to see what's going on there. See if any kindred are there to chat up about anything.
Okay. That's a relatively quiet and simple evening then, the same as prior evenings for Byron have been.
Yeah, I figured.
Give me a moment here. I have to kill David.
Well, I think we all knew it was coming.
He will be dearly missed, I'm sure.
Yeah, by like all three of the
Ashes,
people that
ashes.
can remember him.
Ash, David.
I'm trying to...
Right, Leslie.
I'm drawing a very brief and a temporary rooftop right now. For no reasons.
Oh god, he's gonna blow up the rooftop.
I'm sorry, Rooftop.
You'll be vaguely missed.
Okay. So we'll say it's about 2:30. You can position yourself where you like. The Muncie Hudson Expediting Storage building is off in the northwesterly direction. And we'll go ahead and say this follows the traditional cardinal compass.
And the darker gray shapes are...
I don't know, some sort of obstacles or cover type things.
And is there a lip on the building?
Sure. There can be.
Alright, then I'm going to head all the way up to the edge, lie down, and start watching.
I'll design a lip for you right now.
Yay!
There. Pretty hack and hide, but it'll get the job done.
That's the lip I always wanted.
Well, fantastic. I know you're Nosferatu, so you're gonna be ugly anyway. So, and several hours pass while you're up there, just watching and laying in wait, hidden as you are. Go ahead and make for me one of them. What's the what's the shadowing or stealth check? What is it, like dexterity plus stealth or witch plus stealth? I think it's dexterity plus stealth.
Yeah, I think it's dexterity plus stealth.
Go ahead and
Well, I
roll
mean,
that for me.
I think it depends on the thing. Like following a person through a crowd without getting noticed is probably manipulation plus stealth because you're blending in with people and so on and so forth.
Go ahead and give me dexterity plus stealth, though. That sounds fair. In addition to your obfuscation.
Would precise apply here?
Can you explain how precise applies?
I guess it could be precise placement. It's not a big deal if it doesn't.
Nah, I don't think so. Okay, that was a, might be resisted at difficulty 6, got it.
At least I didn't get any ones.
Now go ahead and roll perception plus awareness for me. At difficulty 4.
And trained observer would not apply here.
No, trained observation doesn't exactly help you a whole lot with supernatural things.
Right, that's more for like careful observation and interrogations and investigation and stuff.
Okay. And it's about 2:17, 2:18 in the morning. Haven't seen any foot traffic or anything coming through the building at all in any shape or form. Although the light is dim, you're fairly confident that, nothing has traveled through at least for these past few hours. And that's when you hear it, being several stories off the ground as you are, trying to get a good look at the building. A low, keening roar, almost as if it were some sort of tidal wave washing over your ears. You aren't sure of the exact location, only that it's coming from all around you, maybe?
Alright, I'm going to get ready to run if I end up feeling the need. But first, I'm going to take out my camera in case I see something in need of being photographed.
Alright.
Apparently Sean's on the other TeamSpeak channels.
Error. User was moved to your channel.
Hey there, Sean. Oh, you must have your microphone muted. Couldn't hear you.
Sorry about that.
It's alright, no worries. Meanwhile, Joseph awakens. Anyone want to give him a recap of the intro that I gave the three of you about the city's condition and what have you?
Oh yeah, someone's been mailing around bombs to everyone, like literally every mailbox in the city. Don't know how.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen. But there was a lot of snow that happened, which kind of sucked.
Oh, and Byron ate a baby, like in front of everyone. Just got right down and ate it.
He was hungry, what
So-
can I say? And the baby was there.
So nothing much.
Basically, there's been the political race is currently in deadlock. The city's buried under a fuck ton of snow. We missed our medical conference. Fuck.
Ah, okay.
Oh, and we're back in the police's good books.
Okay.
Right, so feel free to hop onto the server whenever you like, and we'll focus on what Joseph wants to do. He's currently at his church, doing whatever it is the Malkavian feels like doing. Might be learning how to drive some more, or learning from Lizalicious. You haven't gotten any calls or messages. Speaking from an out-of-character perspective, Marcus is busy getting his drink on, and Byron is busy getting his read on, and getting his talk on. David Green is currently, after visiting the sheriff, is currently popped on over by himself to the Muncie Hudson Expediting and Storage Building to observe by himself on Friday the 13th. Technically now Friday the 14th.
Because, you know,
Saturday
there's
the
one
14th.
thing that David's good at, it's teamwork.
Yeah, Joseph's not been doing much, and it's probably going to stay the same until someone else calls him up. Just learning to drive. I already did spend those experience because that day passed, if just FYI.
Okay, that's fine. Alright then. David. From the top of the building, several stories up, you feel a slight shaking underfoot. The ground is rumbling, and you can feel it from the top of the roof. The roar emits again, this time much louder. Although it sounds like it's all around you, it could be that it's getting closer.
Alright, David's going to kind of get out of there now. I'm gonna go out the way he came up and try to get a couple blocks away.
Okay. As soon as you get down to the, let's go ahead and I'll draw something else here. Woo! It's like MS Paint. We'll say this is some sort of half-assed street or alleyway or large sidewalk type thing. This is like a industrial sector, so we can have wide spaces. As soon as you get out of the building and around a corner, that's when you see it.
It?
It. It looks like the creepiest rendition of Frosty the Snowman you've ever seen. Wobbles itself out of the blackness. For starters, though, it's not even a snowman, it's a flesh man. A monstrosity with three-tiered orbs of pulsating, fleshy mass. It's huge, at least twice your size, and 4 times your weight. But apparently someone left out the part involving the corncob pipe, button nose, and 2 eyes made out of coal. There's no nose to speak of, and the eyes and mouth are both gaping as well as illuminated by some sort of hellfire. Speaking of which, there is a considerable amount of heat radiating from the abomination, but you're too busy admiring the little decorations of buttons lining its torso segment along with the... Are those branches sticking out at various places of its body? And holy sweet fuck, that's what the arms look like too. Massive, wooden-esque branches corded with ribbons of flesh and muscle, as if the branches were some mockery of a skeletal form. The arms are elongated, with great reach, and end in massively sharp claws, which you imagine could easily tear your head from your torso. Above the jolly red sash is a skull, half embedded within the flesh, pale and bleak, with a few branches seemingly set to keep it in place. And of course, to top off the affair is a jaunty Santa hat. Roll initiative.
What the actual fuck?
There's your initiative roll.
Alright, that's dirty plus wits.
Yes, plus celerity.
Fuck, I forgot to include celerity before when I was rolling that stealth check.
Damn it!
You're good at this game.
I like Cobrag's reaction on the chat. What the fuck is that?
Seriously, what the fuck? This is one of like one rolls in the game where where you roll a die and add a number instead of rolling a number of dice, right?
I think so. Okay. It acts first.
Fuck.
So what are you going to do? By the way, it doesn't look like it has any legs. It sort of looks like it wobbles, it scoots. Might not be that fast.
That roof edge right there, does that count as a building I could duck behind for cover?
Yeah, sure.
Then I'm going to try to move into cover.
Okay. The creature before you, with one of its massively huge arms, it emits another roar, and it strikes the ground in front of it, leaving a large dent in the concrete, cracked through. Simultaneously, over on your end, right below your legs, a series of branches and roots strike out of the ground below your legs and attempt to clinch you. Now, I do believe you are capable of aborting your action to a dodge.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So that would be, what, dexterity plus athletics?
I think so. He has 4 successes.
You also add celerity to anything that you do that in dexterity roll, you add celerity to.
Yep.
Right, and I forgot to mention that I was going to want to improve my physical statistics, but it's too late for that now for this turn.
Right.
Right? It's not a reflexive action to do that, right?
It is an automatic sort of thing. You can spend the blood points
well,
automatically. I'll
in
say
that
for
case-
this, might as well go for it. What the hell?
In that case, I'm going to spend 3 points of blood to bring my dexterity up to 6, and my strength up to 3.
Now, to abort an action, I do believe you need to make another roll for that, like a willpower roll, although I think you can spend a point of willpower on that, I'm not sure.
Alright, I'll roll willpower.
We'll go ahead and say you won that, yeah.
And I'll roll the 2 more dice for the dodge.
Okay. That's 4 successes on your end. He got 4 successes. Just very, oh so barely, David manages to avoid having his feet basically entangled and rooted to the ground. Now, David.
Holy shit.
Now, David can proceed to go ahead and take cover.
Well, no, I aborted that action, didn't I?
That's right, you did. Alright. In that case, the Frosty the Snowman here takes a second action.
Fuck my life.
Which case, which it had declared, and it was sort of hopeful that you had been grappled, but that didn't quite occur, but it's got to go through with its second action anyway. The maw of the creature opens wider, and the light grows brighter, and as it aims its head at you, a bolt of searing light, a lance, streaks from its mouth, and speeds itself straight at you. And
Nope.
you manage to duck, and it completely wrecks the building behind. It doesn't exactly, wreck it, but there is a sort of huge gaping hole in the building now, where the saucer-shaped beam has completely broken through. And it almost seems as if the creature, perhaps due to anger or whatever, is a little off balance as a result of that. It really thought it had you there. All right, go ahead and declare.
Alright, I'm going to spend 3 more points of blood in order to boost my strength up to 6. Spend another point of blood to activate celerity for additional actions. And I'm going to start running the fuck away.
Okay. In that case, you are easily able to escape the creature. It's been temporarily disoriented by what it's doing, and by the time it recovers its actions, what you just hear is a roar of anger, that same sort of seething hatred you experienced, and combined with the supercharged bolt of heat that you felt, it's goddamn amazing that you didn't have to, I don't know, make a courage roll or a willpower roll to just not immediately run away from it.
Holy actual fuck.
David escapes, running off somewhere into the streets of the Bronx.
Running like a man that doesn't get tired because he's not alive.
That seems legit to me. However, in your haste, you definitely did not snap a picture of the motherfucker.
Which is too bad because no one is going to believe this.
Nope.
Well, I guess David's crazy.
Okay, we definitely know what everyone else is doing, so we're still focusing on David. You have spent a considerable amount of time running through the streets and alleys and maybe even delving into the sewers of the Bronx, trying to escape Frosty the Flesh Man. You stop hearing the roaring.
Christ.
What does David want to do?
I think David's going to call up the coterie on his way back to Elysium.
Okay. Who would you like to call
How much
first?
time passed, by the way? How long did the stakeout last?
Well, by the time the ground was rumbling beneath you, it was close to 2:30. So you check your clock now; it's 2:32.
Okay, so there should still be time to stop by Elysium and get back home without, you know, dying in
Yeah.
the sun.
So who you want to call first?
First, I think I will call Marcus.
Okay. Marcus, you're in the club, getting it on. Phone call.
Yo, what's up? David, what's up?
Hey, did you ever see what was inside of that Muncie Hudson building?
Nope. Just a big blinding beam of light and ran away. Hi, what's up?
I was staking out the building.
Yes. Go on.
And I saw the thing. It tried to attack me.
What is it, like some, I don't know, giant Frosted the Snowman motherfucker?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I mean, Marcus is talking in jest, but he's got that uneasy feeling.
It's like this bulbous, pale, flesh-crafted looking thing of... Its insides were glowing with fire. It breathed streaks of light. Its limbs looked like they were made out of wood. It looked like some flesh crafter's parody of a snowman.
And you saw this at the Muncie Hudson Expedite Center place thing?
Yeah, it damn near knocked down a building before I got out there.
Who else have you told about?
Just you.
Yeah, you're not going to believe I had a dream about that last night. I dreamt about it. It looked exactly like that. blasting my face off with a beam of power.
Yeah, that almost happened to me too. It reaches up through the ground and tries to grab you. So, there's that.
You think we could do it if there were multiples of us?
I honestly don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I managed to get out of there, but I don't know how much punishment it can take. I don't know how much it could actually dish out if it got its hands on you. I don't know.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm thinking of going and telling Kadir. What do you think? Did I get disconnected?
No, you didn't. Apparently, Jordan's just having Marcus think really hard about this.
Are you pressing your microphone button?
I am pressing it, but apparently it wasn't going through earlier.
Nope, we didn't hear what you said.
What?
Yeah, I mean, seems like with that hunt of his he's got going, even if he's compromised, this is the sort of thing he might be able to tackle. What do you think?
Can you hear me now?
Yup.
Yep.
I don't know what the problem was.
It's fine. Technology happens.
Your computer was just ignoring you.
Marcus is just that subtle.
Well, I guess the sheriff plus a bunch of gangrel might be able to take it down.
Yeah, especially if I'm there to back them up. Damn it, I wish I got a picture of it before I ran.
The problem is, I don't know if here or the gangrel will believe you that there's something there.
Yeah, I'm going to try and leave out enough details that it doesn't sound ridiculous. But, I don't know.
Well, if you need me to do anything, just call me again.
Yeah, will do. Thanks. I'm going to tell everyone while I'm on my way over there. I don't exactly have a car to ride, you know.
Sure.
Sean's like, nope, you're not telling me. Fuck you.
And Marcus is just going to get his drunk on a lot more.
Okay. Uneasy feeling still with you, Marcus.
He's going to get his drunk-er on-er.
Alright.
Yeah, he's going to get as drunk as possible.
Okay. So, in that case, we can see that you've lost enough dice for pretty much everything.
Yeah, but I don't know how to, yeah, pretty much at this point.
And that's what your character wants to do, so that's what he can do, not have any physical dice.
He does have full blood, though.
Yes, yes. He definitely has that. Alright, you calling Byron next?
I was actually going to call Joseph. Actually, yes, Byron next. Byron.
All right. Byron's in the middle of telling a funny story, and you call, and so he's a little put out. Yeah, hey, what's up, buddy?
So, from what I heard from Marcus, you guys never got a good look at what was in the Muncie Hudson building?
Just a moment. Let me get to a place where I can talk. And so if he was near someone, or he was just telling a story to himself, he'll walk off to the side of the park here.
See, that's what I'm picturing it now. He was just kind of sitting at a bar and telling a story to himself.
He's that crazy
Someone
guy in
listen
the
to
park.
me.
Yeah, he's that crazy guy in the
Anyone.
park that's like feeding the pigeon and telling stories himself. So there you go. But yeah, so he'll say, no, pretty much. I mean, I didn't see anything. I think uh, it was only Jermaine that was in the car behind, right? That out of character. So the three of us were in the van that got thrown over, right?
Yeah, you didn't see much, and you didn't even hear the roar either. Byron was the only one who didn't.
Right. Yeah, I'd say no. From all I know is that I guess it was a blast of light from what I heard from our ghoul. Hit the van and threw it on its side. And we got out and, yep, there was like a hole in the side of it and we barely got out of there. So no, to answer your question, we didn't see a darn thing other than that.
All right. Well, I was staking it out tonight.
Huh, sounds like a fun evening. I'm guessing you found something else.
Yeah, I saw it.
It? You saw the light again?
No, the thing that breathes the light. It's looks like a. Oh God, this sounds so ridiculous. It looks like a flesh-crafted snowman. Breathes fire. Reached up through the ground at me. It was terrifying. I'm planning on going and telling the sheriff about this.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah, I believe it. After things I've seen these past month or so, I wouldn't put anything past this darn town. I am at the park now. Let me know how it goes with the sheriff. I really don't want to give him another wild story, if you don't mind.
What park?
The Elysium, Madison Square Park.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you didn't see it anyway. There's no reason you would need to. No reason you would need to. Damn it! I wish I got a picture of it. Fuck. All right, I just wanted to keep you guys in the loop this time.
Well, since I am in Manhattan, and I'm just thinking ahead to this story that you're going to give the sheriff, maybe you ought to get a some kind of disposable camera, some sort of Polaroid type thing, although kind of the wrong era for that. But and if you can't go to a convenience store, I'd be happy to pick one up and meet you somewhere. If you want to swing by and try to get a picture.
I've got a disposable camera. I just ran before I could get a picture. It could see right through my right through me.
Right.
I didn't have time to take it.
I'll tell you, from what I've seen these past few weeks, Joseph is very good at that discipline, obfuscate. Maybe before going to the sheriff, you might want to see if we can get eyes on it and a picture taken, and maybe Joseph would be able to sneak up on it or something.
Gee, I don't know if I want to put you guys in danger like that. It's fucking horrifying. If I barely got out of there.
All right. Well, I mean, do what you got to do. I've tried to tell the sheriff the truth before, and he's been rather incredulous. So maybe you'll do better than I did. I'm just trying to look out for you.
Maybe. Damn it, I really wish I got a picture. I really appreciate the help, Byron. I'll contact you to let you know how it goes.
No problem. I should be at this Elysium. Where are you meeting the sheriff anyway? He doesn't look like he's here. Is he at the garden?
He's at the garden. He's preparing, I think, for the the event tomorrow.
Gotcha. Well, I'll be here till around 5 or 6 in the morning till I head back to my place. So let me know if you need anything.
Will do. And then he'll call up Joseph.
Book-a-dook-a-dook. Oh, your microphone's muted again, Sean.
Hey, Masquerade.
Hello?
There
Hello.
we go.
Have you heard the word of Jesus Christ?
Oh, that was you answering the phone. I got you. I thought it was him doing a sound test to see if we could hear him.
No, someone would realize that I wasn't speaking and tell me again. What else I fucked up? No, that was... Hello?
Hey, Joseph, it's David.
Hey.
Hey, I'm just confirming, none of you guys saw what was inside the Muncie Hudson building, right? The thing?
No, there was just some kind of light or something.
Okay, because I may have been staking the place out tonight.
Well, if you're doing things like that, that was kind of before not whole attached to the whole Sevalod. You shouldn't be running around doing dangerous things by yourself. At least not without telling us.
Yeah, apparently. I saw the creature.
A creature.
Yeah, it was this big, flesh-crafted looking monstrosity, all bulbous, breathing fire. It had
Fire?
arms like branches. It was incredible, terrifying.
This should probably
Or
go...
not quite fire, like burning streaks of. Oh my god! No, thanks for that, Grimith.
Oh, I'm not good at the maps. I was wondering why the fuck you said that. Oh, this should probably then go straight to the sheriff.
I am going straight to the sheriff. I'm calling you on the way.
Okay. If you need me to come down and help with something, just go ahead and give me a ring anytime.
I will, and I'll let you know how this went. But, oh fuck. Can you call Byron after this? I forgot to tell him something. Marcus had a dream about exactly this creature last night, or yesterday, attacking him. I think it might be something to do with his, what do you call it, psychic abilities.
Well, okay, I'll give Byron a call and tell him that.
Yeah, he seemed nervous about the whole prospect, and you guys should keep your eyes open.
Yeah, there's been a lot of things making us nervous lately. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Click. And Joseph will get right on that and call Byron up straight away.
Okay. Another funny joke Byron's telling, I'm sure.
No, this time he was just decided to let his ringtone go and, started grooving to Macarena a little bit, Hey, Joseph, how's it going? I guess you've talked to David by now.
Yeah, he said he actually forgot to mention something. I guess he's on a run real quick to get there as quick as possible. Didn't want to use the phone while he's doing whatever. he said Marcus had a dream about that, that thing. So there's that.
All right, so yeah, just a brief silence. You've actually made Byron speechless. Wow. Uh, right. All right. I'll chalk that up into more things that I will not be telling. I will not myself be telling the sheriff. Good luck to David on this one. Thanks for the update.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Meanwhile, so there you are, Marcus, in the club, heavily, heavily, heavily intoxicated.
Just the way I want.
Sweet, dude. You didn't know this place had a fog machine. Oh
They
man,
must just bought it.
it makes the the strobing lights and all the special effects so much better. And certainly, everyone else in the club thinks it's cool. Though a few people are sort of freaking out. The fog as a slow mist begins to obfuscate the area, wondering, worrying that something bad might happen. But not you, man. You're a vampire. This is your home.
They obviously aren't with fog machines. They are not up on the uptake.
Definitely not. Anyway, David, you've reached Madison Square Garden.
All right, well, he's going to head in as quickly and efficiently as possible to go up to the private box.
Sheriff's not in. As a matter of fact, you're the only kindred in the box.
Fuck. All right. Well, I didn't want to do this so soon after getting it, but David will call the number the sheriff gave him.
Okay. And it rings, and it goes to voicemail. You've reached the inbox of Kadir Asmai. Leave a message. I'll get back to you. Where's Harvey Dent? Just kidding. Bye.
Anachronism.
Anachronism.
This is David Green. I checked out the Muncie Hudson building. There was something there. I'd rather talk about it in person. You can get back to me at this number. Bye.
Okay. Man, Marcus, this fog machine's pretty goddamn good. And especially the music and the sort of lights just sort of like bouncing off it. It does create a really cool effect. There does, is some confusion about it at first, but apparently people are going along with it. Someone must be responsible for this fog machine somewhere. It definitely must be new, because it's doing a great job.
You mean it's one of those new fog machines that make a lot of fog? Awesome, I've heard about those.
They have just like mountains of dry ice somewhere, maybe, and just blowing it in with fans.
I mean, if the club wanted to liven the atmosphere, I guess this is one way to do it.
David, you're standing outside Madison Square Garden. Sheriff hasn't called you back. And again, you did just call him like 2 minutes ago.
All right. Well, Byron said he was at Madison Square, right?
Sure did.
I guess David will sneak over there and see if we can find him.
Okay. Alright, Marcus, people are starting to get more concerned now. And perhaps it's understandable, because the fog, for whatever reason, seems to appear to keep growing, and all these drunk ladies and gentlemen around you are expressing some concern that, someone needs to turn off this fog machine, because things are really getting... This is a fucking safety hazard. Fire marshal's going to be called. This establishment's going to be closed.
All right. Which way is the fog coming from? I guess I have to turn the fog off because no one in this business is.
And the fuck, they get like an earthquake machine too? It's like the ground is sort of bouncing and shaking a little bit under you. That's probably just the alcohol talking.
Probably just the alcohol talking. Oh, can you hear me?
Sure can.
Nope.
Making sure. Okay, so it's the alcohol that's just making the ground shake a bit. It's completely fine, and the fog is just too much. I gotta go turn it off.
Alright. Well, apparently everyone you're talking to, like every sort of like official person or officious person or someone who's working with they thought someone else brought in the fog machine. They don't know anything about it.
So wait, the business doesn't know who brought the fog machine, and I'm pretty sure that no one here could afford a fogging like this. That's weird. Is the ground still shaking?
Yeah, but it's probably because you're drunk, right?
I'm gonna ask someone I'm shaking ground.
Yeah, man, but I mean, that's what I want to do every time I come to this club. It's so awesome.
I'm having a good time, and so am I. I'm gonna ask someone who look like they're as drunk I am. Mind you, I'm drunk, so that could be anything.
Oh, you feel that too? I don't know, babe. With some sort of pneumatic shocks to the floor, this shit feels awesome.
Yeah, it feels real good. So Marcus is that kind of, uneasy drunk now. Sort of looking around going, what the
Because
hell's
that's
going
never
on?
happened before in an easy drunk.
No, but he's like really uneasy right now. Instead of, normally blissfully happy.
Okay, David, you've reached Madison Square. Well, you're gonna have to be wandering around some bit before you eventually spot Byron in your obfuscated form.
Just a note, I did blush up before I came here. Just since he's done nothing, I just retconned it and spent a
Okay,
point
that's
on it.
fine. Not a problem at all.
All right. Well, he'll walk on up, see if he can find a relatively shadowed or obscured position within talking distance of where Byron is. Does he?
Sure.
Byron.
Let's just
Boom,
assume that
David's there.
yeah, let's just assume Byron is not with anyone that's going to look askance, but Byron will make his
Byron
way
is
to the
busy
ship.
himself. Byron, are you yourself a story again?
Yeah, I'm the only one worth talking to here. I'm just larger than life. But yeah, he'll walk over towards the sound and try to see who's around.
Hey, the sheriff wasn't in.
Byron will let out a small sigh of probably relief. Well, that's good. I really think we need to uh, think more on this and get a strategy before we go to the sheriff on it anyway.
I called him.
Okay. Well, still, who knows how long it'll take him to get back to you. Um, so what's the plan? You just came here to wait for his return call or what?
I'm pretty hungry. I had to burn a lot in order to get out of there. I was thinking I might head back to Astoria and hunt. But what are you doing tonight?
You're looking at it. I was just hanging around here, seeing what I could learn from the other folks.
Really?
Yeah. I figure I don't want to be caught flat-footed, like we seem to have been, especially while you've been gone. And I've been trying to frequent these places to keep abreast of the happenings, particularly the political happenings here in town.
Huh. How's that going?
As well as can be expected. I mean, it's not like anyone's going to talk to me directly about it. It's mostly inference and implications. But it's mostly me just trying to get connections, and it's slow going, as you can imagine.
The sheriff seems not to like you very much. What's up with that?
Yeah. I seem to have rubbed him a little bit the wrong way. Seems I have that effect on people, especially people in power in this town. Go figure.
Yeah, you should maybe avoid him. I mean, he doesn't seem angry at you or anything, just, well, he knows your name and doesn't like you, so not exactly a good combination.
Well, actions speak louder than words, and I've been planning to keep my distance anyway. Unless summoned by the sheriff, I think it's in my best interest to not broach the issue.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it seems to like me and Marcus all right. We should probably handle things with him when we have to handle things with him.
Well, if anything important comes up, I would like to come along, but you two feel free to do the talking. I've done enough talking to last me a few years in this town to the sheriff.
Yeah, I can imagine. You turn up anything on him?
On the sheriff?
Actually, this is not a good place to talk about that. Never mind. What are the rumors around town? Anything worth repeating?
No, nothing particular. I mean, Byron, I'll save everyone a little time, but I want to pretty much tell you what Grimith said at the very beginning, that it looks like the sheriff has kind of reached the ceiling of popular opinion, and Ellen Panhard is kind of an ice princess bitch woman, and he'll go through the rest of them. And he'll shrug and just say, things seem to be in a holding pattern, almost as if shit's gonna hit the fan soon. And Byron's just gonna shake his head. He's gonna shake his own hand. He's gonna shake his head.
Yeah, I think that of the lot of them, I like Alasmai or Vanderwayden the best.
Byron will snort now, a small bit, say, right. While I have learned that Vanderwayden, he seems like an okay guy, but do we really want his sort as prince of this town? I mean, Byron is going to raise an eyebrow. He's honestly questioning.
Point out a single vampire that's not constantly on the verge of snapping and trying to murder everyone around them. And then David will kind of gesture vaguely to himself as an example.
Yeah, true, but some are more adept at it than others. But fair point. I'm still more comfortable with a legacy like Ellen Panhard, or someone who can definitely keep the peace like Kadir.
Yeah, I definitely like Kadir. I'll ask my... I just... Well, I hope the Archon is right about him. No offense.
Oh, no, none taken. I actually, even though it would be bad for me in the short run, I think having Kadir turn out to be this is really a bad place for this.
Yes, let's talk about politics in private.
Yes, well, this place is pretty much dead already. It's what, like 3 a.m. or something like that at this point, Grimith?
Yeah.
That's a bad sum to make with people like me part of the Camarilla.
No, very true. But I mean, it just, I'm guessing it would be probably starting to die down just because it's the middle of the morning. But, it could be a bad guess. But Byron's just going to say, well, if you're heading back to Astoria, how about, well, I would say I'd accompany you, but what route are you going to be taking?
I was planning on taking the subway. There should be an express train leaving pretty quickly.
All right, well, I'll just head back with you. I'm guessing you're going to obfuscate for most of the way, and I'll just, you can follow along or ditch me. I'll see you back in Astoria whenever.
If there's no one on the trains, I might, well, let's go then.
Yeah, I mean, if there's nobody on the train, I mean, it is 3 a.m. It probably wouldn't be too hard for you to get a back corner, and, if you have like a hoodie on or something, you could do that, but who knows?
He's actually wearing a suit. That's his usual outfit.
Okay.
Nothing too fancy, just, a blazer, button up, that sort of thing.